Dear guests, EMUN community, teachers, and organizing committee, welcome to the closing ceremony of this year's edition of EMUN Model United Nations.
Firstly, we would like to introduce today's speaker.
EMUN School Mexico Principal for Middle School and High School, Ms. Rosa Maria Diaz Velez.
Our Secretary General, Mr. José Carlos Luna Priego.
EMUN School Mexico alumni, Ms. Ana Isabel Abad.
And our Undersecretary General, Ms. Elisa Saiz Calvet.
Now, we would like to introduce Ms. Rosa Maria Diaz Velez to give all our guests a message.
Hello, ETON delegates and delegates of national and international schools. I would like to close our ETON MUN with some thoughts that emerged from the multiple sessions in which you participated. Life is a learning adventure, a wonderful experience full of moments in which we celebrate and others that invite us to reflect and consider our own ideas. During these past days, each one of you has been an inspiration of the beauty of learning. You reminded us that knowledge and a passionate spirit have the power to spread many of the highest ideals and values of humanity: respect, honesty, justice, freedom, empathy. So never stop dreaming and believing in the world that we want to have. Never stop being intellectually curious and raising your critical and powerful voice to change what you know is not right. Be agents of change wherever you are. The world needs people like you. Thank you for inspiring us. Thank you for raising your voice and sharing with us different perspectives and ways of thinking. And congratulations for a very successful event in this international model. It will be an honor to have you in our next ETON MUN 2023 here in Mexico City.
Thank you, Ms. Rosa Maria. Now, we give the word to our Secretary General, José Carlos Luna Priego.
First of all, I would like to thank every one of you for daring to participate in this Model UN. Along my amazing team, I did the best we could to bring you the best possible experience during these past 3 days. I would also like to thank my outstanding Undersecretary General, Elisa Saiz Calvet, and my MUN coordinator, Mario Cruz. MUN for me, it's not just an extracurricular activity. For me, it has become a way of life. It is incredible all of the abilities that a person can develop in this forum. MUN is a place where you can make long-lasting friendships and you are able to develop certain skills that make you a better person. I have been a member of this school's Model UN for the past 5 years, and believe me, it is hard for me to say goodbye. Ever since my first MUN, I knew this was a place for me. When my school hosted its first ever conference with our first Secretary General, Caterina Marino, and I saw her give her opening and closing speech, I knew I needed to be here in this podium one day. MUN is very important, and not only to me. It is important because of all the knowledge and experiences a person can gain from this. In this forum, we become aware that the world is not as good as we thought. In this forum, we learn that there are real and complex problems that we need to address. I genuinely believe that MUN makes a person better, and it is something that will help the world in the future. I know that some participants here are not as passionate about MUN as I am, and all I can say to you is that I hope you had an enjoyable experience. And to the people that are as passionate as I am in MUN, my message to you is to keep going, keep debating, keep defending, and keep fighting for your ideas and what you believe in. One day, I am sure that you will make a difference. Lastly, I would like to thank my fantastic staff. We had difficulties getting here, but we managed to overcome them together. I couldn't imagine a better team than the one I got. I was able to see the passion in all of you. I hope Mario, Elisa, and I guided you appropriately and gave you a good experience. I would also like to take a moment to thank my Undersecretary General, Elisa Saiz. I cannot count the times you helped me or covered for me. We had a great dynamic, and I hope you will have the same dynamic with the next Undersecretary General next year. Now, Elisa, it's your turn and your responsibility to guide new young minds and develop an amazing model. I am confident you will do great. Now, being March 19, I formally declare EMUN 2022 closed. Now I leave the word to your new Secretary General, Elisa Saiz. I know I speak for all the EMUN staff when I say that we all know you will do an amazing job. Thank you.
Thank you, Secretary General. Now, we move to the moment all our delegates have been waiting for, the awards. We yield the word to our chairs to announce them.
For UNEP 2022, the awards are as following. For Best Position Paper, the award goes to the delegate of the Islamic Republic of Pakistan. For Outstanding Delegate, the award goes to the delegate of the Republic of India. For Honorable Mention, the award goes to the delegate of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. And finally, for Best Delegate, the award goes to the delegate of the Islamic Republic of Pakistan. Thank you.
For Human Rights Council 2022, the awards are as follow. For Best Position Paper, Delegate of Senegal. For Outstanding Delegate, Delegate of India. For Honorable Mention, Delegate of Ukraine. For Best Delegate, Delegate of Gabon. Thank you.
For the United Nations Security Council, the awards are as follows. For Best Position Paper, the United Kingdom. For Outstanding Delegate, the United States of America. Honorable Mention, the Delegate of Norway. And the Best Delegate, the Russian Federation. Thank you.
For the Russian Federation Cabinet 2022, the awards are as follows. Best Black Paper, Minister of Justice. Honorable Mention, Minister of Foreign Affairs. Best Delegate, Minister of Defense. Thank you.
For the Chinese Cabinet 2022, Best Paper goes to the Minister of State Security, Honorable Mention goes to the Minister of Foreign Affairs, and Best Delegate goes to the Minister of Natural Resources. Thank you.
For the Pakistan Cabinet 2022, the awards are as follows. The Best Paper goes to the Minister of Defense, Honorable Mention goes to the Minister of Communications, and Best Minister goes to the Minister of Finance and Revenue. Thank you.
For the Indian Cabinets of 2022, the awards go as follows. Best Paper, External Affairs. Honorable Mentions, Home Affairs. Best Minister, Minister of Defense. Thank you.
For the Security Council 1967, the awards are as follows. Best Position Paper goes to the USSR. Honorable Mention goes to the United Kingdom. And finally, Best Delegate goes to the United States. Thank you.
For the Arab League 1967, the awards are as follows. Best Position Paper, Delegation of Iraq. Outstanding Delegate, Delegation of Iraq. Honorable Mention, Delegation of Jordan. And Best Delegate, Delegation of Egypt. Thank you.
For the NATO Committee of 1967, the awards are as follows. Best Position Paper, Iceland. Outstanding Delegate, Greece. Honorable Mention, United States of America. And Best Delegate, Iceland. Thank you.
For the U.S. Cabinet of 1967, the awards are as follows. The Best Black Papers goes to Commerce. The Honorable Mention goes to Treasury, and the Best Delegate is the Vice President. Thank you.
For the USSR Cabinet 1967, the Best Paper goes to the Minister of Finance. Honorable Mention, Minister of Foreign Economic Relations, and Best Delegate, Minister of Finance. Thank you.
For the Israel Cabinet of 1967, the awards are as following. Best Position Paper, Minister of Foreign Affairs. Honorable Mention, Minister of Labor. And Best Delegate, Minister of Defense. Thank you.
For the Egyptian Cabinet on 1967, the awards go as the follow. Best Position Paper goes for Foreign Affairs. Honorable Mention goes for Justice. And finally, Best Delegate for Defense. Thank you.
Thank you, Cheers, and congratulations to all our delegates for an amazing job.
Finally, to conclude this closing ceremony, we would like to recognize our Undersecretary General, Elisa Saiz-Calvet, to formally proceed to close this edition of EMUN.
Good afternoon, delegates, staff, advisors, and EMUN community in general. I would like to start off by saying how proud I am of our staff this year and how thankful I am for the opportunity to have worked alongside such talented people with an amazing passion for Model United Nations. While we've been working extremely hard for the past few days, EMUN 2022 has been under construction for months on end. In this time, I've seen every single member of staff go above and beyond what they thought they were capable of. In the past few days, I've seen you delegates become immersed in the simulation in a way I've never seen before. Being Undersecretary General is a tough job, but I would not have wanted to do it with anyone other than the people that I had by my side this year. Overall, I'm extremely thankful for Eton School faculty and administration and the way they've aided us in our creation of EMUN 2022. Personally, I want to thank Mario Cruz, EMUN advisor, for teaching us so passionately and introducing us to Model United Nations. Also, Jose Carlos Luna, EMUN 2022 Secretary General, for giving everything and more in his last Model United Nations as a student at Eton School. Finally, I want to extend a thank you to Jeronimo Tamés for making all of our media simulation possible. Elena Mosk and Shaquille Oatmeal are very grateful. EMUN 2022 had its fair share of challenges, as any conference does, but we managed to defeat these difficulties and create what has likely been the most successful Eton Model United Nations to date. We've crossed intercontinental borders and grown as people in these days. We've reflected on what it truly means to be an agent of change and how we can leverage our situations to do good in the world. We've understood just how much change we can achieve if we give our best effort. EMUN 2022 has been one of its kind, and I will never forget this experience, as I hope you delegates won't either. However, EMUN 2023 is next year, and I'm positive it will be our best simulation yet. I am hopeful that all delegates and advisors that accompanied us through Zoom will be able to join us here in Mexico City next year, where we will gladly be your hosts. To our staff that graduates, I thank you for setting the foundation for us to keep building onto such a strong conference. And to the staff that stays, if you do half as good as you did this year, I have absolutely nothing to worry about. As your next year's Secretary General, I know I can count on my staff to give it their all. And within this staff, I hope I can count on a certain student to be EMUN 2023's Undersecretary General. That student is Paola Castañeda. See you next year.